And we're back.
Seasons go around and around. VLC Media Player window.
We are about ready to continue this crazy extravaganza. But first... Alright, let the chaos continue.
Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Parenthesis, closing parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis. Closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis.
Opening parenthesis.
I-94, as well as on I-88 and I-294 merging onto I-290. Alright, let's get rid of Ginger here before this insanity gets even... Damn it. Go. Alright. Well, now we can do that crazy experiment that I've been wanting to do a couple weeks ago. Now that the Lembine happened to call at the perfect time. So here we go.
I see you're having fun with Ginger.
I see you're having fun with Ginger.
Yep, those talking animals.
Oh my god.
I was expecting.
I'm getting a face.
I was expecting a completely different response, but oh well, it was good enough.
Oh.
Well, that's alright. Alright, let me quiet Tom and Ben here so we can get on with this hour of whatever else we can think of here now that Match Game and Millionaire are done. As promised, we took care of the 1% Club, while Fort Worth finally figured out how to do a weekly test properly after failing for 2 straight weeks.
Hey, I'm getting a face rig. Finally.
He's getting a face rig. I saw the announcement on the server. You literally pinged everybody, including myself.
Yes. Because no, everybody else has it and I don't. Because tired of not having one.
Alright.
You know,
Well then.
you're gonna flip out when you see that plan. But I have to do it on my PC though, because I don't have a way to do it on mobile.
Okay, well. That's
once everything is completed.
Alright, well that's understandable. Oh yeah, and here is the progress of the new fly-under ramp on I-294. It's coming along nicely. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's gonna bring a relief to millions of commuters every day.
Yay.
I mean, literally everybody's been waiting for something like this.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I've talked with my parents about this interchange. You know, while we were having dinner earlier tonight, and they said that this interchange was an absolute nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the old ramp. That's the new one, and right there, that's where the fly-under ramp's going to come in to I-290 traffic. Because now I'm showing them the...
Yeah.
I like the new signage. Berkeley on the bridge columns, piers, whatever.
Yes. Wait, where? What? Oh.
And now I've rocked down to Electric Avenue in Berkeley. Yes, there is. There is an Electric Avenue.
Oh my god. There's an Electric Avenue in Berkeley Township. Or whatever, I don't know. What city?
Well, I'm talking about Berkeley, Illinois.
Yeah.
And then there's some.
And then we'll take it higher. You should play that when you go down there one of these days. Play that song and just have it blasting through the speakers.
Oh, heck no. Heck no. No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know you're kidding. Because whenever I go down this section, that's not the song I play through my earpieces. It's not.
What is the song? This song.
This.
Oh no. I can't even hear it.
Oh,
I can't even hear it.
Oh, that's right. It's the noise cancellation.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
that sucks.
That song I usually play, and let me get it in the proper spot. Whenever I go down this section, that song would be this.
Still can't hear it. They must have really enhanced the noise. Let me try turning mine off.
Alright.
Just tell me what the song title is. I can't even hear it. That's okay. It's all
The
right.
name of it.
I have this.
That is the name of it.
What's the name of it?
Seal et terre. That's how it's pronounced.
Oh, Celeste Terray.
Seal et et terre.
Oh,
The Snowy
Oh.
Realm Song. VLC Media Player.
C Media Player Windows.
And of course,
Frickin' Dave.
My favorite part of this thing is, of course, near the very end.
Oh.
Usually it is when we go through this section in the northbound direction.
Yeah.
What about the southbound direction? That would be this one.
Yeah.
Favorite part. It's the very end.
Yes.
I feel like I've done a great job blending these chiptunes into the front portion of the central tri-state.
Down arrow.
Yeah.
Sun and moon and day and night.
Player Windows.
Yeah, that was very insulting. And right now.
Yeah. Mm.
I dig that. And then here's
Wow.
the biggest choke point, where connections from 294 and 290 and 88 are all forced to merge into a single lane.
Oh no.
What a nightmare. What a nightmare for all these commuters. I'm glad the tollway's finally
no.
doing something about it. While they actually announced the plan back in 2017, that's what I've been playing.
Yeah.
That's what I've been playing with for a while tonight while Match Game was going. Along with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and taking care of the 1% Club. And it didn't take us until after the conclusion of Millionaire to finally get... By that point, Match Game was already starting, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the initial intro, but it's alright. Martin Short as host.
Yes.
And then for those who did not watch us earlier,
Stop. Look.
I also showcased
VLC Media Player window.
in some way.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
and here, the Landmark Inn, we're planning to have lunch here before going to down the road. That's right. A Northbrook Rail Fanning compilation is officially in the works.
Oh my.
That's right. I get to add another Chicagoland area location onto my collection of other areas I've already watched trains at. My 8 videos in this collection. I've been to Chicago Ridge twice. I've been to Rochelle twice. I've been to Western Springs twice. I've been to Lockport and Elkhart only once. But I have not done Northbrook yet. This crossing in particular is completely different than any average bell that of this kind that I've heard before. This one's a higher pitch. And
Kittens.
I do not think I've seen this cantilever in a long time either. Actually, since 2019, because there's a crossing in downtown Wheaton that has that. And I'll actually show what I'm talking about here. So here's Wheaton. And then we'll zoom in on the main street. And here it is. This is the kind of cantilever I'm talking about. This is the main street crossing in downtown Wheaton as of May 2025. Wow. I have not been here in a long time. In a pretty long time. The last time I was here was in, if I remember correctly, December of 2019. And it was not just for the trains. It was for dinner at this place. Billy Bricks. Wood-fired pizza. Yummy, yummy. And I have not had this place all summer. I see somebody Rofan Rochelle damn it. I see somebody Rofan Hinsdale tonight. And the first up is that Carl Sandburg that I've gotten a bunch of in Downers Grove. He doesn't put train lists in the description like I do. Westbound local. So local manifest. Yeah, it's quite short. And then another Metra. Yeah, I think the evening rush hour is more fun because then you get all the freights and everything like that clashing together.
Yeah.
But that's when I was actually down in Wheaton. I actually saw quite a few freights go through, and the very last one I saw was an outbound metro train coming out of Chicago. But yeah, here's one of the pizza items. I believe this is their special. I don't know if that's pineapple, cucumber, or onion, but that's one of their special ones. And here's the oven they cook all their pizza in. And then here's what the restaurant looked like when I was there. How fitting, December 2019, we're just talking about that time. But unfortunately, I do not have the footage from that time frame. I believe the footage from that time has been lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of such a shame because I would have loved to post the footage. Post the footage of the trains, that I captured that day as part of the classics label. But oh well. Oh my goodness, I still have those screenshots from my old success, including when the Bubble Guppies came back in September, and then another one the day after, and then something about a new car, and then the flash flood warning, the very first weather alert I caught on camera. And then, of course, some other pictures of things. I don't know, I took that, but yeah. A Windows 10 desktop. And then some other random pictures, including my mother's old desktop computer and setup that she no longer uses. That mouse I'm now using for my micro PC. And the keyboard in that old PC and that old desktop and monitor that's been giving her headaches for many years are now just sitting with basically no future. Because they can't go to Windows 11. Oh yeah, and there's when I put a Tomy train going through and under the bed into the desk. And that's when I still had my old laptop. It would be about another year before I would get a replacement. And of course there was my collection at the time. And then there's my massive Furby tower. Yeah, a little tower of Furby boxes.
Furby boxes?
Yeah, basically it just stacked stacked Furby boom boxes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The very first one I got was the Peacock, then I got a polka dot one, and then the lightning bolt one that I had lasted the longest. And I also got the Furbaka as well. It's a Star Wars Furby, and the Furby compasses as well. Oh yeah, I forgot about the image selection features. And then there was the first days of my old desktop PC, because this was October 2019. It was like just after I got it, and way before I got a new desk.
What?
And of course, now that old desktop is going to continue living a long and happy life. Now that, since it meets Windows 11's requirements, and I've given a new use for it. And I'm doing that now with all the other machines that meet those requirements. Oh yeah, some 20th Century Fox parody thing. Some T-Rex costumes outside of classrooms. Let's see, that was a field trip form. High school announcement things. She took that photo because my name was on the positive referral list. And I believe I was in that picture. I can't see. Well, this is pretty old. This was from November 2019. It was actually my first year of high school. And then there was the updated schedule.
Take me to the circus. VLC media player window.
Some sticky notes. Some T-Rex window. Some pictures from those videos of funny test answers from years ago. Some WeatherTech ads. And updated. This was a final exam schedule for the winter. For the fall 2019 semester. And then some other pictures too, including an Napleton ad, all those tickets from that PGN Fun Place, Games from Network 25 years, that sadly passed away the following, in January of 2020. And then there's when I was just typing a bunch of random things into the username box on that Windows 10 machine. Oh yeah, the only pictures from that I have, it was actually December 4th. The only pictures from it was me sitting in the chair. It was like a decorated chair. Okay, so this was actually just after the renovations took place.
VLC media player window.
What the heck? What happened to the street view? Okay. Let me turn the imagery off. Or just refresh the page. Let's try refreshing the page. Okay, there we go. So let's go over to Front Street here. Put the guy down somewhere on the map. Oh. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this was the chair in question right here. And it's a giant chair. It's a giant chair of its own. Well, it got moved.
Yeah.
It got moved temporarily for the renovation, which just removed a fountain. It's called the Giant Adirondack chair. And it's a tourist attraction, and there's a picture of a metro train in this. Wheaton. Yeah, and this was from September 23. Here's one from January 24 of a UP coal train going through. Apparently, this seems to be a real fanning hotspot of some kind. Because people seem to be here catching trains, too. Because I'm seeing a bunch
I'm probably going to get going a little early playing full because I know it's 10 o'clock. I know I should have been out a little bit longer, but I'm getting pretty tired already.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, hopefully Brandon. Hopefully Brandon will. Hopefully Brandon will join us tonight for Deal or No Deal.
Oh, you're gonna do Deal or No Deal? What time is that gonna happen?
That's gonna be at 10. We'll start it at 10, as we have been.
AKA 11 p.m.
Yeah, that would be 11 p.m.
Actually, I'll be back during that time to play it with you if Brandon doesn't show up, or Brandon.
Okay, that's the deal.
All right, see you later, bud.
Okay. All right, so we'll try Brandon, and we'll see if he can join us for Deal or No Deal tonight. And if not, then we'll have the Lembine take his place. Back to what I was just talking about. Yeah, I was just talking about those old pictures from Wheaton. So yeah, the only pictures I have are me on that chair. That's unfortunately it. That's really the only pictures that I got. Oh yeah, and I took a picture of like errors and funny places. Like Dell command update reminding you, hey, you have an update to install. Whatever that is. I don't know why there's a screenshot of a video of tickets dispensing. There's a McDonald's ticket. SAT. There was when me and my father were setting up the Christmas layout that year, which I actually decked out. He brought out his Lionel set, a Las Vegas sign, some things, and then some prizes there for like a giveaway contest. And there were the earbuds that I got for Christmas. And in fact, those are actually the same earbuds that I actually am taking to class. Which, I mean, they've kind of deteriorated over time. Where was this at again? Oh, this was at Jennifer's old house before she moved away, because she would move away 2 years later. And there was that measuring tape that I got because of my obsession with because at my Nana's house, if you may remember from those suspension bridge, Lego bridge demolition videos I did or whatever. Actually, let me turn this on so that way, because I know you don't want to hear anything else other than me, so yeah, we'll just leave it like that. But yeah, I've gone crazy with these Lego bridge destruction kinds of videos where I would just throw other Lego bricks or sometimes one of those balls at the bridge. Great. So great. Somebody at Fox took inspiration from my Lego destruction and decided to make a game show out of that. Well, except instead of Lego bridges, it's giant balls. And if people get the question wrong, they get bumped into the water. I'm kind of comparing it, but I guess we can continue. And there was the last time we were at the Fleetwood roller rink. And then one of the last times we visit Mokina. And there was when I got all those and things like that. One of my blankets, and then there was when I would get those crossing signals, 12-5-19. And then the following day, it was actually in the Gold Coast. I don't think I've ever that's the first and most likely only time I have ever been at the Gold Coast neighborhood. Yeah, and then later that year, I decided to go all out and just play a whole bunch of real games on my grandma's Mac. And then for a New Year's celebration, I just constructed a giant, some giant tower thing. And there was my wristwatch. And I think I took a picture, and if I remember, I took a picture of that because I've been trying to figure out what that song was on the Village of Oak Lawn Community Access channel, the bulletin board. Yeah, that bulletin board thing, that talks about village events and things like that. They would actually rebroadcast the latest board of trustees meetings, but nowadays it's not that different. And then 2020, that's when that's when I got hold of my grandma's old laptop and used it for other things. And I just went crazy with Siri, the old Maid logo, um, HP laptop. Yeah, I was still going crazy with all that. I took a picture. You need your book. You need your book. And then some. And then where I showed off particularly possibly my wildest creation yet, where I just literally taped a power bank to the bottom of my iPhone 6s, considering the battery considering the battery on it continuously drained, and called it the Halo phone. The Halo phone. Yeah, I got really innovative, but unfortunately, it didn't last that long. Let's see here. So we got. Support ended January 2020. Are your computers safe? Scantron. And there's when I took a picture of a cake at a. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered. That actually could be the very same. The Optiplex Micro that I have in my possession right now. That actually looks like the very same PC, or possibly similar to that my high school had when they got Windows 10. Singo. Oh, that was. And then did updates and the Maui Weekly, which which did make it into the pre-channel product collection. And then there was when the pandemic came around, and then we were all locked down, and then there was the notification of the that kind of scared the heck out of me. And then there's when I tried to, and there's was when I replicated 675ZXR from that EAS scenario into Plague Inc. on April Fool's Day out of all days. And then some monitor connections and cables and things like that. And then Downward Grove, I don't know what that video is there for. Helping with the cookies for Easter. And then there was that, let's see. And yeah, there was that laptop, because later that year, I would end up getting a brand new one. I would have put an SSD in there, and then it would have been much better, but oh well. And then there was when I was first into the Belvitas, and then online play notifications, and then that new park, Viva La Vida. Gosh. And what were all of these? Some stuff from Charleston, and some other things from other stuff too. Logos, things like that. And that was when KW39 came back up. Wallpaper I used during the first trip to the second trip actually to South Carolina. Yeah, back when the beach house was still a place to rent, but now it's a full-time residence. It's kind of such a shame because I would have loved to. I'd love to go back, to the to that beach house at some point in the future. But who knows? Maybe I'll have to wait till later. Maybe I might get that chance. Maybe when it's warmer out, but as a lightning USB cable. That was when I went crazy with a bunch of other things. Configuring update for Windows 10. Do not turn off your computer. Your organization manages your update settings. And then there's when I showed off a 12996 on eBay because I've been wanting to get that radio. And then came the time when I had that Dell Latitude laptop, and then I don't know if this is ever going to load, but this was when that was actually one of the many wild experiments that I tried to do what? To do what? Oh yeah, try to see if the alarm would interrupt, whatever it is. And then this was September when I turned just for the day I turned my living room and my basement into sort of a fun center. But unfortunately, now we use it for various other. Well, pretty much we now use it for various other purposes, including the storage of all of those Nostalgia Paradise PCs, all the PCs that we use for the Nostalgia Paradise series. We just basically use it for that now. Okay, let's finish the. Alright, let's continue on with what we were talking about with all these devices and things like that. Yeah, that's when yeah, it was quite fun trying it out, over the the pandemic and everything. I got really creative. Now, what was that model again? A 3190? Well, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't load the video, but you know what? I got to enjoy it. That's what's good. I mean, I got to enjoy the laptop in some way, during my time with it. And that was the computer that she would get to replace her other one in April, which of course meets the requirements for Windows 11. I can't believe she turned down Windows 11 for like 4 years until just last year when 24H2 came out. And then there was the times when I started the channel. That was there. And, well, pretty much just a bunch of other random photos and things like that. But anyway, that's enough of looking around and stuff. So we're going to move on now. We're going to move on now to the eBay scavenger hunt. We're going to go look and see what else has showed up on eBay in recent days. But first... Alright, so let's go ahead and throw this in. Actually, I'll go ahead and give this the charger now, because I'm pretty sure it's dead. Ooh, just barely. Well, at least it skipped the attention signal. That's good. It's all accepted. Alright. I'll go ahead and close out all these Audacity windows because we are not going to mess around with these anymore. Yeah, I know this went out, much differently than what I had originally planned, but oh well. No, I do not want to close OBS. I want to close Audacity. That's what I want to close. Alright. Did we get everything? Nothing else on Comcast. Nothing else on Spectrum. And I think let's see. That one is the latest one. And, yeah, looks like that's it. That is all of them. Okay, we're all set. Okay, so let's continue looking around at stuff. Here's an Optiplex 3090 Ultra. This is what we were, this is all the stuff that we were looking at previously. So, to start off the scavenger hunt, let's see if any 12991s have appeared. It looks like they've all gone away. Yeah, I don't see any. But let's change it to just by how the box interprets the model. And we can see there are 2. So it looks like they're all still there. Switch to 993. Nothing. Other. There's a 522. Otherwise, nothing specific. And I assume there are no 996s. Let's look here.
Mr. Tree. DLC.
Yep, no 996s. All right, let's look more at the. Let's see what other. Let's see what Dell Optiplex micros they're up for sale. That's a small form factor. Oh, this one's actually for this one's actually this one's the 7010. This is the one that this is the one that my father's school actually bought two of refurbished. They bought these refurbished for $1,000. They could have just bought these on eBay for much cheaper. I mean, look at the price. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Could have bought this, covered for another year, but I mean, I can see why they made that option. Here is a 5090 with a 10th generation chip, and it is going for a bit cheaper too. And here's the Windows 10 sticker that would be later utilized. Let's see the Microsoft logo and the Windows 10 logo that would be later used. So that's a refurbished one. Here's some 7070 micros, each with a 9th generation i5 chip, which is compatible with 11. Each of them have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and yep, they have the extra hard drive slot, but I could put another one in there if I so choose. But we can see this one has so that's where you would put the optional accessory. In this case, it's the optional HDMI cable. So I think you could put VGA in there, but we'll just look here at all the other ones. Here's a 3070 with an 8th generation. This one is pretty much just like the one I have. The cover is fully engraved into the frame. Here's a 7060 with an 8th Gen i7. It is compatible with 11, of course. And this 3090 just went up. This is a 3090 micro. It's a 10th generation i5 chip. And of course there's all of its components. You can see there's the separate hard drive caddy, and we can see that the PC has also already been upgraded to Windows 11 because it meets the minimum system requirements. And in fact, the listing actually ends in just 1 minute. This is actually an auction, and it actually ends in like 2 minutes. So this 3090 10th generation micro is still up for auction, and it literally ends in like a minute and a half. There's literally like a minute and a half left of this item being up for sale. And we can see that this PC is actually about as powerful as the one I have. But we can see it does have a, let me show you this and I'll compare it to mine. You can see up there, that's a 512 gigabyte NVMe drive. The one that I originally had, the one that was in the micro, the one I have right now, that one had a 256 gigabyte drive inside of it. So of course I swapped that hard drive out with a 1 terabyte drive that was brand new. It was still sealed in its original box. So I took that drive out of its box, put it into the micro, and then I threw in the 2 terabyte mechanical hard drive from my old laptop. Yeah, from my old Dell Inspiron 5755 laptop. So I took that hard drive out of there and threw it into my micro, so I can expand the storage on the device even more to take advantage of the optional hard drive caddy. So my my main drive is 1 terabyte for Windows, and then my data drive is 2 terabytes for everything else. And we can see as the final seconds wind down, that's the end of the auction. So y'all just saw the final moments. You just saw the last moments of this auction right here. We can see ended, but we cannot see the bids for some reason. But so now the winner of this auction will have to pay. And we can see this is already updated to say ended. Let's continue looking. There's another 5090 with a 10th generation chip. This one only has an i7. Only has an i5 7th generation, which is not compatible. This one is a 7080. This one you could customize it to your liking. Here's another 7050 that just went up. 7th generation, which of course is not compatible. And then that's a 6th gen. This is a 5090 that is refurbished. There's an Optiplex 5000. This is in very good condition. See, it's the 12th generation chip, which is compatible with Windows 11. Here's another 7090. You can see down there that's some of its specs. You can see there on that sticky note that's some of its specs. 10th generation, 256 gigabytes of storage, 216 gigs of RAM. Intel, the UHD 630. That's the dedicated graphics chip on the motherboard. My micro also utilizes the UHD 630 graphics chip. This one, wow, there's a lot of 7090s. My goodness. Here's one of the lower end ones, the Optiplex 3000 that has the 12th gen. And here's where you could fit in the optional VGA adapter. So the VGA adapter that came from my small form factor will actually clearly fit, but it actually will clearly fit inside of my micro. So now the big question on my mind is, how do I get that black thing to come off of it? And furthermore, is it possible? Is it possible to take that off so then I could take the VGA adapter out of the small form factor, throw it into my micro, potentially reviving the plan to utilize my mommy's monitor? But if my grandparents is where I end up going, then I will have a chance to look and finalize all the plans for myself. Here's a 7010, again with the optional SATA hard drive accessory. There's a 7000 with a lot of its parts salvaged. This one does not have a processor. This one does not have memory. This one does not have a hard drive. Well, if either. Here's a 7070 Ultra. It looks like it's sealed up. Yeah, it looks like they sealed it real good. But then there's the back of it. You see the Windows 10 logo right there. Here's another 7070. Now, yeah, the much higher end of the micros, those also had the option of a USB-C port, but then since mine is the lower end of that spectrum, it only has 2 USB ports on the front. But then mine also has 4 USB ports. It should have 4 USB ports, and yes, they do on the back. So yeah, 4 USB ports on the back of the micro. But we're gonna try Brandon first before we Alright, let's return to the micro.
There we are.
Well, we're about to try. Well, we're gonna go over to the group and now call Brandon anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll do that in a few minutes here. So yeah, right now we're just looking at
I'm gonna actually use the restroom first, so I'll be back.
Yep, we'll give him as much time as he needs. Yeah, we'll give him as much time as he needs to, get ready here. While we, I'm getting the virtual machine loaded up and ready to go. So, while we wait, we'll continue looking at these micro PCs. Wow, there's a bunch of 5090s. Here's a 3090. Here's another 3090 micro. And it looks like it comes with most of the original accessories, including its original mouse. And is that a stylus? Wow, that's a stylus. Oh no, that's the antenna. That's the Wi-Fi antenna. Power adapter. Or that's part of the power adapter, that's the other part of it. So that's what it looks like there. There's a...
All right.
Here's another Optiplex 3000. Oh my goodness, yay, Brandon's here. Was just looking at a whole bunch of Dell microcomputers on eBay.
And now it's time to get into the star of our show.
Yes, it is. It is.
Well, it looks like Brendan finally returned. Yay!
Yeah, we've...
Yeah, let's just say I got caught up with other people the last 2 weeks, but it is what it is. I made sure to be
That's
here tonight.
fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep, that's good that he had some time to play a bit of catch up on its own. So while the Deal or No Deal game
I was online with other people the last 2 weeks, and I completely forgot. And the next thing I know, it was like 11:20 or whatever, and I'm like, oh damn it, it's too late.
Yeah, too late to do it. But
I'm ready tonight.
yes, he is.
That's good. We'll get started here.
Yes, we will.
Wow.
And then one final machine to
This
look
is-
at here. There's a 3050 with a 6th generation. Oh, we could put a 7th gen in there. But unfortunately, still, it's not compatible with Windows 11.
Whatever.
But that's right. Well, that concludes our eBay scavenger hunt for computers and other things for right now. And we will return to that in a little bit later. So anyway, we're happy that Brandon is finally back to join us here. And of course I've got Baker all set in the Baker's box. He's all set in the audience. So, if Brandon is ready, and the Lembind is ready,
Let's do it.
then we're ready to play.
Let's do it.
Deal
Here we go.
or no deal.
Hello and welcome to Deal or No Deal. I'm Howie Mandel, and this evening you could walk away with a huge cash prize. In order to do that, you're going to have to be lucky, gutsy, and have a great sense of timing. Now I think it's time I introduce you to my better half. Actually, 26 of my better halves. Ladies.
Ladies, please.
Bring them out.
Yep, let's bring them out.
Blue, red, yellow, and green, all in all their glory.
Well, it's actually white this time.
Oh, white. Ooh,
Actually,
that
white
means there's a $1
dresses
million
look good,
case
so-
I'm
We
gonna
don't know
predict.
what is in each of these 26 cases. We do know that the biggest
Well,
prize
you know how I
amount in
pick
one of
my
these
cases.
is
So,
Yeah.
Of course, our
$1 million.
longtime viewers should know.
$1 million, all the way down.
Yep, and-
But I
and-
wonder if the white is going to be bringing some good luck tonight,
Well,
or is
this
it going to be the opposite?
well, this week's winning driver was number 12.
All right.
Ooh,
Now,
interesting
this is your
choice.
You may take it home today, unless you decide to sell it to the bank.
Interesting
You
choice.
want to find out what's in this case.
That's who won this week, so.
By opening up some of the
Yay.
other cases. Whatever is in those cases is not in your case.
All right, of course.
All
right, let's get it going.
On one.
Let's get number 13. Let's try something different. Number 13
Number 13,
first.
that's Ashley.
Okay, let's see
Yeah.
what the team has. $25.
$25 is off the board.
Nice start.
Not
Dude,
in
if you pick another card like that, I'll start playing for real.
Pick 5 more cases before the
Even
next
all
offer.
this time he's away, he's still carefully studying all those sorry lines, and yep, I've been taping more and more of those episodes, and more are on the way.
All right, let's get to number. Let's see, 2 of those at that amount equals.
Number 2.
Oh my damn!
$100,000. And there goes 400 grand.
Oh
You still
no!
have 4 more cases to open before the next offer.
Oh my god! Maybe I lied tonight. I don't know. I hope I didn't lie. That would
25
suck.
next.
25, I heard?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 25, that's Madison.
What do we see? Half a
$500,000
million dollars.
off the
My
board.
goodness.
Not in your kit.
Oh no! This is not a good sign.
3 more cases to go.
Here I come!
Oh my
All
god!
right. Let's do 15.
Yeah, we better get on the
Number
better get on the
15, that's
left-hand
Kate.
side for
Show
goodness
us
sakes.
something good.
And stay there.
Yeah.
There you go.
$750 off the board. $750.
What? Oh wow! He's doing this to me.
That's what they call the shellfish shuffle.
Open. Pick a case.
The selfish shuffle.
Yep. The green pawn in
5
Sorry,
huge
Sorry
amounts are
always
still
has
up
those
there.
beachy kind of vibes.
Yeah, he's the surfer dude.
Mm-hmm.
Surfer,
I like him.
Yeah, dude, surfer, dude.
I like him. He sounds like a surfer dude. Anyway, we're going with my least favorite driver. Let's get him out of the way.
Yep, let's
Number
do
5.
number 5.
Come on, give us some good news.
Number 5. Number 5, dude. Yeah, rock on.
$200 is off the board. $200 not near.
Wow. $200? That's amazing. Wow.
One more
He
case.
did a really good one.
in the pace car.
I'm in the pace car.
5 huge
You know,
amounts
one
are
of
still
my
up there.
friends,
Let's
It's
close this
in
round
my-
out with 10.
All right, number 10.
one of my
10.
other friends
That's
who
Joy.
does like weather stuff too. He likes NASCAR too. I think, or I think he does. Otsu? I
don't
forgot
have
what his, I think it's his name. Otsu. I don't know. I
Nope,
shouldn't say
none of
his
those. Next player.
Okay, the first round is over.
name. Next
Pick 6 cases,
player.
and now it's time for the
He
bank.
says-
Offer. He's not your
Friend.
friend.
Banker
He
enough.
doesn't want you to win.
It's
He is
time for you
reading
to
your
get to
every
work.
move, and he
Text
wants you
me.
out of here as soon as
Time
possible.
for you to get to
As
work.
little money as possible.
Your Flutter Realm came on when Grand Forks
There he is now.
made up their weekly
Hello.
today. As in doing it late.
And I basically made 2 lambines for.
Okay.
I think you already know that. I don't
This
know.
is a
I
very
probably
fair offer,
forgot
but
if you
it
knew
is
it.
very early.
Started their test, and
Banker
then
wants
Dave
to know
said
if
the
you will
Flutter
leave
Realm
now
song,
for
VLC Media.
Well,
DLC Media Player
Now, here's
Windows.
the question.
That's
Anyway,
all
the
he
first
ever
offer
said.
is $12,000.
No deal. No deal.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
I
You
have
gave
an
it.
address in the
No
session,
deal.
Like I do in the Big John's Deal No Deal, where we play for
Now for
50 times the $1 million.
50 times the $1 million.
if you keep the million in
But,
play,
but it's Microsoft David that says the VLC thing, not Dave.
I'm saying Microsoft
Anyway,
Dave,
number-
Microsoft Dave. Well, Dave is a completely different voice. That does the iPod stuff. Microsoft David Desktop in Windows, that's what's announcing the songs that are playing on the secondary, which is just monitoring St. Louis stations at the moment.
If I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a fur
Let's do
coat.
number
Well,
21.
not a real fur coat.
number 21, that's
Alright,
Blair.
well,
Let's see
well,
a penny.
Well, let's hope Brandon's personal case has the $1 million.
Let's do 21. We'll start this
$75
from there.
off the board.
My favorite
$75.
number, 21. Oh my gosh.
All right, next.
You have 4
Next, we're
more
going to
cases
go
open.
slide on down to your favorite.
Number 11.
Number
Lake's
11, that's Jackie.
as some like to call it.
Number
All right,
11.
Penny is off the board. Pick 3 more cases.
Grab your
before the next
boards. We're hitting the
Did you want to put
wave.
the pesky penny in my lucky number this week? Did you want to put the pesky
offer.
penny?
4
in there?
huge amounts are still available.
Jeez.
No, I like that. All right, let's do 17.
Alright.
Number 17.
Yep. Now we just gotta avoid the million.
17.
$10,000.
Yeah,
not
17
bad, not
cascades.
bad.
Oh, 17.
Pick 2 more
14,
cases.
4,
before
5,
the next offer.
0. Uh-oh. Or what's going on?
If you knock out the million,
All right, next we're gonna do My favorite
Never
driver.
Number 9. That's Maria.
Yep.
9.
Something
Chase
good.
freaking ass Elliott.
Let's see that dollar.
Sorry.
$1,000.
$1,000 off the board, not in your case.
Not bad. Looks like he's bringing good luck to the
You
charm.
have one more case to
Yeah, he
open.
is.
Pick a case.
Indeed. That's awesome.
Okay, and then we're gonna try.
1 million.
Ooh. There is Uno. That's one in
Number one.
Spanish.
There's one in that puzzle,
$500
NK
off,
won that
$500
case.
not in your case. Great round.
God,
That was a
this is
great
stuff
round.
gets
You
deep
have it
today.
exactly where you want
It's
it.
such a
Maybe
shame
it's just me, I
that
don't know.
every time. It's such a shame that every time I call the underscored Wheel of Fortune, I get none.
Hello?
I get no underscores.
By the way, hey, you gone ahead and won that round.
The
Congratulations.
offer went up, and this is a very nice
Won
amount
that
of money.
round.
Winning the round
He's offering you
just by revealing a
$70,000.
puzzle full of commas and
this.
periods that are already right there. But anyway, the next offer is
your case
$70,000.
could still hold $1
Not
million.
bad. That's a nice big jump.
I'm
70,000. That's not
Wait
a,
for the
that's
deal,
not a
and
bad
the
jump.
money is guaranteed to be yours. If you choose no deal,
might as well turn
That
We
is
already know what
actually
he's
not a
gonna
bad jump.
Yeah, of course. We already know what he's gonna say. All right, let's keep on rolling here to
2,000, I think.
18.
Alright,
number
we have
18.
I'm gotten multiplier.
$10.
$10 off the
72.
board, $10 not in your case.
Not bad. You're
Alright,
going on the left
3
side of the
more
board
to
this
open
time.
now.
That's nice.
We need that. Let's
If you
Let's
knock out
go
the million,
over
the
to-
offer's gonna go way down.
22.
Alright,
Oh my.
22,
What's
that's
this
Alexis.
gonna be?
there's the dollar.
3 small amounts in a row. That's
Wow, you're doing really good so far. Wow.
You still have 2
Smiled
more
upon
cases
by the
to open
great
before the
sorry.
next offer.
Don't blow it.
If you keep
All
the
right,
million in
let's-
play,
Let's keep this good luck up. Let's go to. Now, would you look at the big brain on this player?
There's 4 of them.
number 4.
There are
Let's
4
see
of them in the
$5.
puzzles.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. 4 of those puzzlers.
4 small amounts in a row. You are doing.
Okay, the good luck does continue.
You still have
Nice.
1 more case to
Dang,
open
you're doing really good,
before the
Brendan,
next
this
offer.
week.
Yes, he is.
And finally, I shook off the rust really quickly, and
4 huge amounts are
let's
still available.
go with number 7.
Number
Number
7.
7?
Let it be
Let's see
low.
if that even brings any good luck. Ooh, show us something low.
$50,000.
$50,000.
Not bad, not good.
Yeah,
mid.
not bad, but
No.
not good either.
Great round. That was a great round. You have them exactly.
Knock off
where
those
you
huge
want them.
amounts.
Well, yeah, we are in a pretty good position here because we still got the top 2 amounts on
Hello?
the board. And now the question is
Okay.
this going to be enough
That's
to
fair.
bring the offer to 6 figures?
Okay.
Probably is,
We're
because
into the
It
Feels
six
good
figures
enough.
now.
It is.
You
he just
need
said
to
6
think this
figures.
through. The banker wants to know if
you need to
down
weigh your
for
options.
$115,000.
Yeah, no, he's
So let me
The offer.
not bad. That is a nice jump. It's like almost 2
Your
times.
case could still
But I'm
hold
not
$1
weighing my
million.
options. I'm going no deal.
That's exactly right. And I almost got 400,000 for level 10. That's cool.
You need to.
Almost got 400,000.
4 huge amounts.
Wonder if I should play after Brendan. I don't know if that would work though.
Anyway, we're gonna go to 19.
But you know what, Yellow? If you want to play after Brandon, then sure, we'll do that. We'll make it a double feature tonight.
Number 19. That's
Yeah.
I'm going 19.
It's on 19 this
Off
time.
the board, $400 not.
Wow, you're doing really good, Brendan. That's
I'm just surprised with some good juju, dudes.
Pick a number.
what?
He's been studying all those voice
4
lines from the
huge amounts
Sorry
are still available.
CD-ROM series.
Oh, okay. I guess you was watching Planfold this whole time.
Yep.
Of course I was watching Planfold.
He's gonna use Planfold too. All right. What's
Anyway.
the next case, Brendan?
The next case is 3.
Number 3.
What 3 says? Uh-oh.
$1 million gone. And it's not in your
I didn't even said uh-oh without even watching the
Pick
thing.
one more
Oh
case
my
before
gosh.
the next offer.
Sirens going off. Fire
Three
alarms are going
huge
off.
amounts still in play.
Oh,
I said it before he did.
yeah.
All right, then we got to do 6 since we know the million's
Number
not in
6,
there.
that's
Might as
Bridget.
well open that.
Yeah. I thought, wait, did you say 3 was your least favorite driver, Brendan?
No, 5 is.
5.
All right.
Oh,
Very
5.
good.
Okay,
We know
that
the
makes
offer's going to
sense.
go down.
I'm sorry, I
Let's
forgot.
see how far down.
I don't
I knew it'd be somewhere that
how far
far.
down the offer's gonna go. Well, let's find
Hello,
out.
Mr. Banker. Right.
Hello, Baker.
Okay.
What do you have to
I'll
say?
let them know.
This is
This is a great offer.
Wow.
Maybe it's enough for
Man.
you to walk away.
Wait,
And he's
Yeah,
offering you
I know that for sure.
$115,000.
Did not change
moment-
at all.
What?
It's still
Holy
No way.
crap.
15,000.
Your case could still hold
No deal.
$750. No
Wow.
deal.
That's surprising.
26, Nick.
Yep, number
You need
26.
to number 26.
There,
$36.
$5.
$5. That's great. Get that off.
Oh wow, now that's gonna definitely go up after these next things.
Just shut his off.
Before the next offer.
And let's see
Hey,
if we
there's
can
3
go
huge
over to
amounts
8.
Still in play.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stars.
Number 8. That's Jamie.
8 stars for Una.
Okay.
Or no, wait, no, that's Nani. What?
$1,000 out of play. You need to avoid those huge amounts.
Oh,
I forgot
Blue,
to do
you're
it.
always
You
talking.
know that that's the banker, and it's his job to buy back your case. So he's about to make you an offer.
I keep forgetting, sorry. To stop talking.
Hello. Okay.
I think my favorite was last night. I think Yellow said something, and Green
great
said,
offer.
Blue, you always
Maybe
say
it's
that.
enough for you to walk away. The offer is
He is gonna say something to Blue is too sad.
$130,000.
So he's very
Yeah,
sorry
last
for
night, I
it.
think Yellow said, what was the line? I'm trying to think of what Yellow said
You
last
have
night.
a 1 in 6
He-
chance
Yellow
of
said
having
something, and
$750,000
Green was like,
in
Blue,
your case.
you always say that. And I was like, that's the wrong color, dude. Anyway, no deal.
Take the deal, then the money's yours. Wow, you have
Again, I
Ugh.
forgot to mention that 14, 16, 23, 24, and 20 are all that's
Only-
left now as we go into this crucial
Wow.
phase of the game.
2 huge
Yeah.
amounts are on the board.
14? He chooses.
Number 14.
Yep,
That's
there's
Tina.
14,
Yep.
$200,000 is gone. That'll hurt.
Oh my goodness. Now we start to go into
All right,
difficult
this is not
territory.
Very good. We know
Enough,
the offer's gonna go
Red.
down. Let's see how far down.
Fred is such a rojo.
Hello? Okay. Okay.
That's actually kind of
I'll
racist.
tell
I'm
him.
sorry, I didn't say that.
That's
This
funny,
is a great
though.
offer. Maybe it's enough for you to walk away. And the offer is
Anyway, the offer
$135,000.
Oh, hell no. Not taking that deal.
No deal.
Oh my gosh, should it go up or down?
It went up.
Oh wow.
23.
23, uh-oh.
23.
Here we go. Oh jeez.
25,000.
$25,000 off the
Oh, well, okay.
Little Schmiddle, I'm
Things
still
making
gonna
the
win.
banker nervous. That
Yep.
was a great round. Let's see what he's got. to
He's
say.
gonna do it. He can do it. Even with the $1 million out of play, he can still do it.
Hello, banker.
Yep, that's how Brendan is.
Okay. I'll
Wow.
tell them.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it only went up by 5,000.
This is a great offer.
last round.
Maybe it's enough for you to walk away. The offer is $180,000. I'm going to ask you.
Wow, that went up like exactly in the format of 45,000. 4
You
times
have
45,000 is
a 25%
$180,000. Last time I was 3 times.
in
Wow,
your
mathematical explanations, people. Oh my gosh. Well,
Next, we're
Take
gonna
the deal,
do
then the money. No deal, banker.
the Just do that one.
What is it?
20.
20. All right.
Number 20, that's Nina.
Okay.
Let's see
What it
$50.
says, is what that thing says.
3/4
That is not good. That is
Oh
not
man,
good.
no, no, no.
$750,000 is
It
off
just
the
it
board.
just dropped
It's gone.
now, didn't it?
It's
It's
not
not
in your case.
Reminds me of
Okay.
Woody from Toy Story.
That did
No,
not go
no,
well.
All right, you
no.
did it. You landed on an instant win, Wed. Congratulate. I'm just kidding. There's no instant win, Wed. You're
Hello?
bankrupt, Billy. Get out of here.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I was having a lot of
Okay.
fun
I'll tell
with
him
the talking animals and
The offer
the
went down.
line
Think carefully
mixed in
about
the
your next move.
Discord incoming
And
call
the offer
ringtone
is-
along with it.
$22,000.
Oh my god.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
because I can't say anything. I don't know what to say for half
You
the
don't know,
damn
your case could still
time.
hold more money than this offer.
But anyway, now I dropped to $22,000.
Oh,
There
that's
we
a
go.
karma slap.
Which is
Uh-oh.
no deal. You only have to open
Dang.
up one more case
Tough luck,
before
buddy.
the next offer.
I'm sorry, Brendan.
Yep.
Wait, what other cases are there, though?
Well, we're
Still-
gonna
Do it to the end?
Yep, we still do it to the end. I'm doing 60.
Wow, you have
Alright,
no deal.
turn down the offer first. And then we'll go ahead and pick
Hopefully,
16.
number 16. That's Tori.
Sweet
16.
16.
Sweet 16.
$75,000. Whoa. Off the board.
Wasn't that
Hopefully
sweet,
won't
was
hurt you
it? Oh, jeez.
I'll do that. Isn't too much.
Well,
Howie,
That
think
round was
again.
not in your
Look
favor.
at what's
Let's
left
see
on
how
the
much it
board.
hurt you.
Just $50 and $100.
Oh,
This offer's gonna be
Are you ready to
awful.
offer him a
Okay.
low amount of money?
Okay.
oh
I'll tell
no.
him that.
Gonna get a low
Those
amount
picks
of
really
money.
hurt you.
Those
A
picks
very
really hurt you.
low
Yeah,
offer.
very low offer. And our
The
very
offer
low
is
offer is
$60.
$60.
Nope, nope, nope.
What's the
No,
offer?
$60.
60? Just 60.
The final two
Yep.
cases. Before we open.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Hey, I'm gonna win
60.
enough. I'm gonna win enough money to stockpile some Powerball tickets for this big multi-billion drawing.
If only.
That's funny.
Anyway, we're keeping the case
All
at this
right.
Want to
point.
know what's in your case?
Yeah,
All right,
let's see.
let's see.
Let's see,
Let's see if it has
what's
lots
in
of
your
Because
case. Well,
$50.
it
Has
looks
only
like you
100
didn't make the best
And
deal.
half of the
There's
100.
always next time.
I have 50.
oh man, that's even worse. Wow, man, and I'm sorry, Brendan. That was a lie I made today. Wow, I thought white color dresses made good luck, but I guess I was wrong.
Yep. So now we'll let the Lumbine play his game.
Hello?
Yes,
We
my
don't know.
turn.
Yep, now it's the Lumbine's turn to play. Deal or no deal?
All right, let's see. I can't really see the screen because I'm on playing Bejeweled, but if you can try to share the screen, that'll be wonderful.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
Share this.
Yeah, share the virtual machine.
All right, now we'll watch it in the stream. All right,
All right.
next freaking game here, double feature they say, or the Planfolds Den Island. Let's choose number 8
Number 8 is his case.
for our first case.
Okay, very well.
His
Now
personal
this is your
case.
case to keep, unless you should decide to sell it.
Yep.
We'll talk about that later. Want to find out what's in your case?
And then our 6
So does
cases to
everybody.
open. Our first
We'll start
one,
by opening those
after
cases.
Howie goes
Whatever
through
we
his
find in
voice
those
line.
cases is
Puzzle that
obviously
talking
not in your
ginger
case.
repeated.
Let's begin.
Oh, what fun.
For the first
Yeah.
All right, here we go again.
But
Six
once
cases,
Howie gets
rounds
over
on.
his voice line, let's do number 25.
All right, let's
Number
start.
25, that's
Oh.
Madison.
$1,000.
$1,000 gone,
Oh.
still a fairly low amount.
Not bad. Oh, maybe
Still have
a little bit on the
5
right
more
side, but
cases
that's
to
okay.
open
It's the
before
top
the
of
next
on the
offer.
right side, so. 21?
Okay.
Number
I don't
21,
know.
that's Blair.
It's doing
Come on,
weird
let's
stuff.
see the penny.
See how that went.
$75,000.
Well, that just is weak. Definitely 30,000.
Off the
Okay.
board. Hopefully that won't hurt you too much. Pick 4 more cases before
This just
the
got
next
more
offer.
difficult by the second. Uh-oh. 12.
Number 12.
I'm like literally
That's
scanning my eyes across the board as I do it. So
$500.
exactly what you want. $500.
nice.
Not in your case. Off
Let's see if it
And I
does the opposite that Brendan did.
Three more cases to go.
Microphone caught it. I heard the Flutter Realm song. VLC Media Player
VLC
Window.
Media Player
Now,
Windows.
Banker
Is it
Una
actually
stepped
saying
out of
it?
Banger's box to put on her performance on my radio station. Yay! This is great. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh my god. Alright, our next case is. Shit, I don't know what now. 17?
Same thing. Yeah, the same thing that woke me up.
Number
this morning.
17. That's
Just to
Sophia.
get me on the air in time. Anyway, 17.
That's good.
Wow, $50. Woo! Okay.
You have 2 more cases to open. Pick a case.
Oh my gosh.
There
Let's
are still
see.
7 huge amounts.
4?
up there, including the number 4. That's Kayla.
4.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
3 small amounts in a row. That's
My gosh, that's actually really good so far.
You have 1 more case to open.
One more
A
case, 19. I hope that's
Number
not the $1 million case, or I'm gonna be so pissed off.
3/4.
Well, I was almost 100% right.
Off the board.
Oh my gosh.
$750,000 out of play and not in
I
your
think the
case.
values are more scattered this time.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, the first
That
round
was
is
not
over.
a good
You
round.
picked 6 cases, and now it's time
Was
for the
it?
banker
No,
to
I
make
have no
you an
idea.
offer.
I can't
It's
tell
not your friend.
until the banker Una says something.
He is
Well, thank
reading
you,
your
thank
every
you
move,
very
and he
much
wants
for
you
your
out of here as soon as
performance-
possible.
Your brief
As little
performance
money as
on the
possible.
secondary. On that secondary banker's offer.
Hello?
And now it's time for you to go back in the banker's box and make some offers again.
Okay,
Yay.
this is a very fair offer,
Please.
but
Put on, and
it
maybe
is
put
very
on
early.
another little show while
And the
we
offer
sleep
is
tonight. But anyway,
$14,000.
$14,000.
So here's the-
Oh, well, not deal. No deal.
Wow, you have no deal.
No deal because I can't stand myself tonight.
You need to open
Number 15? I don't know. I hope that's not the $1 million case
Come
either.
on, give us some good news.
Alright.
Fucking hope not.
What do we see in 15? 25.
Oh,
Alright,
jeez.
Still okay.
I'm getting on the left side or right side again.
You have 4 more cases to open. Pick a case.
23?
Okay, what do we
Number
have?
23, that's Stephanie.
Oh, jeez.
That's the $1 million.
Oh my
No.
God! No,
I'm sorry,
no,
that
no,
hurts.
no, no,
$1
no,
million,
no,
the top amount,
no.
no longer in play.
It's okay.
Not in your case.
We'll survive without it. It's no big
You
deal.
still have 3 more cases to open before the next offer.
6.
Yep, well,
Number
so
6.
6, because you know that doesn't help. Big one there.
$100 out of play. Nice pick.
That's good. This is going
More
to
cases
be
to
a
go.
bad round, though, for it. What it's worth after this 2 cases are done. 5. His least favorite
Number
driver.
5.
Brandon's least
That's
favorite
Nadia.
Driver.
See if that has a penny in it.
$5
$5,000.
grand
Well,
off the board,
$5,000
$5 grand,
almost.
not in your case.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Why is it
You
on the
still
right
have
side of the board?
One
It's so
more
weird.
case to open before the next offer.
Alright. Oh, now we'll do the number 9. His
Number 9.
best favorite
Most
driver.
favorite. Yeah, most favorite. There we go.
Very
$10,000.
And
nice.
that's
$10.
good
Nice
luck.
number off the
10.
board, not in your
Wow. Okay.
Dollars.
So you know that that's the banker.
That
That's
was
his
not a
job
good
to buy
round.
back your
But
case.
I don't know how what it's going to
He's
say
about
about that.
to make you an
Just
offer.
kidding.
Let's see what Baker Una has to say about this round.
Hello, banker. Okay. I'll
Hello,
tell.
Banker
Yep.
Una. What do you have for us?
I don't know.
It's gone
It's
up.
probably not going to go up, isn't
It's a
it?
good amount of money.
Or is it going to stay the same? I
Is
don't
it
know.
good
Is it
enough?
the same?
The offer
We're
is
about to find out.
$42,000.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Oh, that went up 3 times. That's not that bad. No deal.
No deal, banker.
Yeah. Alright. Number 6.
Now
Oh,
you have
excuse
4
me.
more.
16.
Number
Almost said
16.
the wrong number. I was like,
Small
shoot.
amount.
Almost said, yeah, almost said the wrong number. Otherwise, I would have said it was already picked.
There goes
Yeah.
$400,000.
Off the board.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Wow.
3 more to open. Pick a
Okay.
number.
20.
Okay.
I'm just doing
Number
RNG
20.
all over the place because that's how I do it. I don't know.
$750 off the board.
All right, I guess
$750
now on the left
not
side
in
now.
your All right, 2 more to open. Pick a number.
2.
Number 2. That's Chandra.
2.
That's good. $75. A low amount out of the way.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
1 more to open. Pick a number.
3.
Number 3. That's Shannon. Let's see a penny.
I hope this is not a bad case.
$100 gone.
No! No! Why are we knocking out all the frickin' right side values? That's so dumb. Not a good round. Not a good round. Not a good round. After all this bad luck. Jeez. Me and Brendan must be experiencing bad luck both times tonight.
Okay.
Let's see if it even went up or down. It probably went down
The
because.
offer went up, and this
Oh
is
my
a very
lord.
nice
Oh,
amount
the
of
offer
money.
actually went
I
up.
don't know what the hell.
And the offer is
Oh, did it?
$55,000.
So it went up by
Not barely, but
13 grand.
yeah. No deal.
Still no deal.
No freaking deal because I can't stand it. 24.
Okay.
Number 24. That's Janine.
The 3 cases to open still?
3.
Oh, for God's sake!
$300,000 out of
What the
You
heck?
need to avoid those huge amounts.
Wow, this is not
Pick
good for
2
both
more
me and
cases
Brandon
before the
tonight.
next
Cursed,
offer.
cursed, cursed.
Yeah.
Alright. 1. Please show a low number, number
That's a lose.
1.
Come on.
Because you're already low
That
anyways.
pesky penny would be even
Low on
better.
fuel. Better be.
Ooh,
$10,000.
Ah!
Off the board, not in the case.
My gosh, this is just
Just
wow.
1 more case to go.
Alright. 11. Is
All
what
right,
was it? That was your lucky
$9
piece,
for
you
less
said?
penny in there again. We did not. $200.
$200 off the board. A good low number.
Good thing penny didn't show up in
That was
number
okay.
11 for a
Wasn't
second
great.
game in
Not
a row.
horrible. Let's see what the banker
Yeah.
thinks.
Now let's do number 14. I don't even. Oh, actually, gotta wait for a second. Sorry. I almost went.
Okay. I'll tell them.
Almost went off territory, off kilter, off
This is
air.
a very nice offer. The offer
This is gonna go down, isn't it? I swear to God.
$5,000 actually went up.
So here's
by
the-
an even $10,000.
Holy-
$10,000.
Your case could still
All right,
have
I guess we'll say no
half a
deal to that
million
either.
dollars. No deal, banker.
Yep. The only way those offers are going to continue increasing is if that $500,000 remains on board.
Yes, that's the only thing.
2
10?
huge amounts are
Better
number
not
10.
be the $500,000, or I'm gonna be so upset.
$300.
Good play.
Yeah, well,
$300 off the board. $300
good.
not in your case.
At least we're knocking out the lower values now.
All right. 1 more to open. Pick a number.
All right, 7.
Hey,
Number
let's
7.
Let's see how lucky that one is.
I hope
Show
it's
us
lucky.
something good.
Let's see.
They're not. It better freaking lucky.
Half of
Half a
Oh
million
my
dollars.
God!
Not
What?
in your case.
No! No!
All right. That was
No!
not very good. We know the offer's
A
going to go
very
down.
unlucky
Let's see
It's
how
gonna
far
go
it is.
downhill for both of us, both me and Brendan.
Hmm.
Woo! Ah!
Okay.
I'm suffering today along
All right.
Brand
The
on.
offer went down.
Brendan.
Think carefully about your next move. The offer
How
is
much?
$28,000.
$20,000
Think
now.
about
Not that much. Well, it actually kind of went down a little bit, but still in the 10,000s.
Now remember, you have a 1 in
no.
6 chance of having 2 no deal.
That sucks though.
Yep, we're at the
That
critical
sucks
stage
though,
of the
honestly.
game. I'm not
Now
gonna
we're in the
bother
critical
saying
phase.
case numbers 'cause he's seeing them right in plain sight.
$200,000 is
Better
still
not be
on
the
number 26.
$400,000
That's
case. I'm gonna be so pissed off.
No, the $400,000 case.
$200,000
Oh,
is gone.
I know.
So was the
That'll
$200,000
Wrong.
case.
Oh my
Okay.
flipping
That did
my
not go
goodness.
great. Let's see what the
Me
banker
and
is willing
Brendan
to offer.
suffered tonight.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Banker.
Banker Una's angry with me
Right.
because he knows I'm there.
Okay. I'll let
There's
them
probably
know.
gonna be
Those
$40.
picks really hurt you. A very
Isn't
low
it?
offer.
Well, let's
The
see.
offer is
I hope it is.
$8,000.
$8,000.
Well, we'll multiply that by 200.
Your case could have
It equals
less money than
$8,000.
this
No
offer.
deal.
No deal, Banker.
I'm actually curious though because Now it's not even going to do anything, isn't it? Don't just do 14. Because now it's going to actually lower
Number
everything
14.
down.
No huge amounts.
Because that'll
please.
probably build from here. Or is it?
The pesky
There's
Exactly
a
what
penny.
you wanna do. Get that penny off the board.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Good, Randy.
That is
Good,
terrible.
Randy. Let's see how much it helped.
Yeah, these have been 2 terrible games.
Hello? Okay.
That's not good.
Okay. I'll tell
Let's see. It probably went up though,
you.
didn't
What's
it?
up there? This is a fair offer.
I didn't even go up.
And he's
How fair
offering
is
you
$10,000
$10,000.
now.
So let me ask.
Went up by
Not
2
much.
Your case could have less money than this offer.
No deal. Actually, we'll take a deal.
You want to take it?
No. Deal, yeah, deal.
And the
Yes.
money.
We'll take a deal.
The money.
Taking the
If you
offer.
had continued,
Or if you'd said
what
no
would
to
have
it,
been your
what
next
would your
case?
next choice have been?
18.
And
If you
then
had said no to
I have no idea,
what would your
because-
next case have been?
Would have went down even more. Well, is it going to do it, or is it having problems?
Then it said if you had said no to the offer after number 18, then what case would you have chosen between 13 and 22?
22 and then 13.
All right, well 13 would have
22.
been the last one, so yeah, we'll do 22.
Yeah,
So
true.
18 had
Let's see.
50 grand. You made a good
Then
choice.
your offer would have been
Yeah.
$8.
$8.
Obviously, you
great
made a
decision.
great deal.
And 22 at the $1.
With that, the banker would have offered you
Wow.
$12. Perfect.
$12.
All right.
You got out just at the right time.
There you go.
Well, that made a
Open
good
your
choice
case
tonight.
And let's see how you
What does
did.
number 8 say?
Not a bad
Yeah,
deal.
Only $25 and
Could've
so
done much
bored.
Oh, yeah. So that was a great decision, though. Unlike Brandon, who was very gutsy all the way.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I mean, $10,000 and still be bored.
Yeah. Yeah, still a very decent sum of money for all that work.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. I'm going to be out of here too, Plainfield. I will see you whenever you play this game again. Or actually, no. I'll probably be around, I don't know when. I got to get going, though. I'm going to go to bed here. I got to go to work tomorrow.
Yep, it's back to work for you. It's back to school for me tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I know. All right, I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Okay. But yeah, if he doesn't find time for us tomorrow, then that's fine. All right, so I went ahead and put the Sorry disc in here for when we play Sorry again. Now, before we That's good enough. All right. So we're going to play 2 rounds of Yahtzee, and then we'll do one final round of the eBay scavenger hunt, seeing what we can find on the platform. We'll get the Verizon set up, and then we'll get ready to wrap things up here for tonight. Xylem. Alright. We're gonna play against the computer, and let's begin. Oh yeah, then we gotta put together today's episodes of Deal or No Deal too. So we did a double feature for a change. We haven't done it in a while. Alright, here we go. Ooh, looks like I'm already in a good position for a full house, but yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go on the secondary here. Continue area. Exiting area. It's off. Alright, get another chance at the full house. Nice. Got the full house. Oh, dang it, I didn't have... Dang it, I forgot to Of course you can't. Why is this? Okay, there we go. That's fixed now. Ooh, wow. Now it's fine to 2. Good enough. We'll mark the small straight off. Well, I got the full house already. But we'll mark off 3 of a kind. With the highest possible score we've got. Try for 4 of a kind. Okay, we got the 3 of a kind again, but this time we already marked the 3s off, so we'll do the 4s instead. Didn't get the large straight. Mark off the chance. Alright, let's see a 3 or a 4. 3. But unfortunately, that does not qualify for a large straight. So we'll mark off the 6s. Ooh, got 4 of a kind. Although it's going to be a pretty low score, unfortunately. Okay, looks like I get another opportunity. Nope, not happening. Still doesn't qualify for a large straight. That's disappointing.
gonna go for large straight. Oh, it's only 2. There we go. Large straight. Okay, well, I guess we can't really mark anything else. I guess the 2s is the only thing we can cross off. Because we want to save the Yahtzee for last. Yep, we gotta cross Yahtzee off. So 181 is my final score. Yep, only ended up in 3rd place, but alright. Alright, so here we go again. We're gonna play again with the same 3 opponents. And here we go. Okay, 3 of a kind right out of the gate. We're gonna try again for full house. And no, we did not get it. We're gonna mark off the 4s because now my strategy on this is mark off the highest score. This time we're gonna go for the large straight. There it is, just like that. Okay, now let's go for full house. Nope. Alright. Let's do the 3s. Oh wow, nearly got a small straight right out of the gate. Oh, it was still enough to give it to me. And there we go, there's my full house. In the first roll. for the... Okay, I already marked off 3 of the kind, so let's mark the 6s off now. Got the 4 of a kind. Alright, we'll mark off the 5s. Oh my gosh, I nearly got the large straight again. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and straight out of the gate, mark off the chance. Alright, let's go for 3s for the Yahtzee. Oh no. Well, I guess 1s are the only ones we can mark off, but I'm still in the lead anyway. Alright, so 2s is the only option we have. Yep, that's the only kind of points we can mark off. Okay, this will be the last turn. But let's make this count. Nope, no chance of the Yahtzee. So 193 is my final score. So yep, everyone's gonna mark their final. You've achieved a high score. Yeah. That's because I actually won the game. Yes, I quit. Alright. Well, that was great. Won in that second game, and so yeah, there we go. So that is it. We are officially done with this virtual machine, but of course we are not done with the show just yet. While we are now in the final hour here of this insanity, we still have to get a few things ready. And that's this. Now, the space looks like this because I actually cleared off the video even before I began production on those Sorry episodes. So I'll just go ahead and set the virtual machine onto Sorry for tomorrow when I continue on with the Sorry episodes. So here are the 2 pieces of Deal or No Deal footage. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to pull up the... Alright, I'll just move this over and open it up myself. What the heck is going on with the Explorer shell? Oh, there we go. It just had the process changing the wallpaper. Okay, there we go. So tonight we need, let's see, which clusters are left? Let's see. 5, 6, so 7, 8, and 14. So 7, 8, 9, and 14 are what we need. But 14 is actually our only primary focus as of this moment. We don't need to focus on anything else right now. So, alright, so this is the first piece of Deal or No Deal. It's actually I think it's actually this one, because there's actually something I want to cut off from the editing. So, or what was this one? Was this one the first? Oh no, this was the second one. Wait a minute. 19 seconds. Oh, that's right. This was the failed one. That was the one that this was the one I only ran, but then this is when he said, you know, it'd be better to share the screen. So that one we don't need. No, I think this is the first time in a, I guess, long time that we have done a double feature of Deal or No Deal, and I think this is the first time we've done it in the 24-hour format. Well, that was amazing. Alright, so here we go. Alright. So now I gotta remember where that part is. I got to remember. Where did it end up? Okay. So yeah, I was thinking about it, you know, while the show was still going. So yeah, I'm going to cut that part off in the editing process. Alright, we'll cut that. And then here is the second part. And then we'll zoom this in. We'll try to remember how this was done from the first one. Okay, oh wow. Oh wow, that's terrible. All that green.
And then our 6 cases to open.
And then this part went on without a hitch, so that's great. Okay, so we need to turn it down to when the audience then. Okay, so right when this comes. Alright, hopefully I did it in time. Beautiful. Alright. We'll go ahead and render the episode. Alright. Okay, we will just let that run on its own. And I'm going to go ahead and position all of these here, as we are now officially in the final hour of tonight's show. Oh, now who's doing it weekly? Hey, KTRS. Yay, I knew they would stream things. Okay, so let's start by preparing the main. Well, actually, before we get to any of that, we still got to go back and see what tests these enthusiasts have gotten. So, why don't we start with that? So it looks like Landon's replaced the Accurate 8510. He got a new one. So we got the evening test from Tampa while I was going back on all that other stuff. L for AlertWorks failing on weekly test. Yeah, my AlertWorks actually failed on the weekly several times already since it's been in service. That I understand. So here was this WFO yes side of that. And then here was the test from this morning.
Good morning, CTP. It's another week.
Yep, and this was Southern PAWX's end of the state college test from earlier this morning. Somebody was getting rickrolled while ending up in an Idiots in Cars episode. I'll have to find it again. So that's the full broadcast cycle of Burley, Idaho, WNG 605. Let's actually take a look at that transmitter and let's get some information on it. Okay, so Idaho and Burley is right over here. If we pull up the propagation, it is served by NWS Pocatello. I don't think, I can't remember, but I think a long time ago, I think I actually tried to get a weekly off of Pocatello station. Yeah, I think I tried to get a weekly off of Pocatello station at some time, but we don't have any streams anymore, which is pretty disappointing. It's such a shame. But I would love to see that see it come back at some point down the line. And here's Robin WX's final. This is the last. This will be likely the last weekly test he'll catch in person before school starts again. With his, oh my god, that is a huge collection. Good thing I don't have Good thing I don't have that much, but of course, when it comes to my collection, of course, I'm being very, respectful of, how many of these things I have. I'm not gonna collect too many of these because, like I said, I can, I'm valuing other things now, other passions like computing, computers, and things like that, giving old computers a new life. But those Windows 7 PCs are pretty much out of my reach now because Windows 10 is nearing the end of support. And with the extended security updates for another year, I don't think that's going to be enough. But it is enough for my XPS because it's going to give it another year of life before I decide it's that'll give me some time to decide its fate, whether it's going to be taken out of my possession permanently, or I can keep it out of my possession permanently, and I'll salvage the hard drive from it to be used in my small form factor, finally, or I could sell this thing on eBay. Somebody may get hold of it and give it a new lease of life, or maybe get some money out of it, and then or get a replacement, or retire it with no replacement. As I want to retire as much of these PCs as I can, because a lot of them that I have don't meet Windows 11's minimum system requirements. And I heard with Microsoft potentially blocking security updates for non-supported devices, this will sort of be the final move in completing the transition. So with the Windows 10 ESU, this will sort of be the final step in completing the transition to Windows 11. Well, we'll talk more about it in a moment. Johnny Thunder updated the severe weather outlook and got Mount Holly's test this morning. And of course, in Allentown. And then Texas Gulf Coast got the Houston Weekly off of WWG 40, KJY 78, and KWWJ, along with KGG 68 via replay on my logger. From earlier this morning. So I see many people are already trusting my loggers for things. They're trusting my logger, and that's what I like to see. How they're utilizing captures from my monitors. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? And then this is the St. Louis Weekly off of the WR120 DSP. Oh yeah, I see Midland did a great job in fixing the WR120 because the original models would just freeze up for a bit before doing the proper siren. Well, with the DSP, it's not like that anymore, which is pretty good. And he also had the 12993 and WX100 with them. And this was on KXI 42, by the way. Either he didn't process Albany's weeklies or his end of Albany failed. Then you got the New York City test. Regardless. And this was the proof that Boston tested. As a 6-hour event.
And then this is the Indianapolis Weekly. Wait a minute. H. Verzalo 2 is in the local now? Huh, that's interesting. But anyway, Accurate got the weekly on time from Indianapolis. I wonder if Carolina Elevators is the one that's streaming KHB 31 or it's somebody else. I'm going to look at his capture just to see if that's the case. No, I don't think so. And his DevX 500 failed. What a shame. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have to do some more repairs on that. Okay. And then lastly, my main account. Channel, actually. I see the other guy is catching up with stuff from July 30th. Well, since he's getting substantially caught up, I'm going to actually go ahead and add him to the... I'm going to add him to the contestant pool of players. I did hear another enthusiast out of Ohio was causing some sort of drama. And so when I heard the news, I was thinking, yeah, well, I've already shot some of the episodes with him as a contestant. So I may just pull him out of the contestant pool and put that guy in there instead for the tapings, but or we can just keep him in there for the time being. But regardless. Why have I not added this guy to the tapings yet? Well, I'll do that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, when KW35 went off the air in the middle of the coastal floodway. It's a lot of coastal flooding things.
For at least 3 days now. I come back and we're gonna see it. Casey's back on the air. Oh guys, this is how we do it.
Yep. Still off the air. There was all the stuff we did earlier. And then there was the Raleigh weekly test. How did you connect those up as like external devices? How did you do that? For CXP, got the 6 p.m. Tampa test, plus Tampa and Miami's tests from this morning, and his compilation of products from yesterday. That same Sirens guy picked up WH57 South Bend. I believe I got that station once from the Lawn of Oaks. I believe I did, if I remember. And then basically
Okay, here's the Ohio Sirens and WR. Actually, I'll keep him on there for the time being. This is the Cleveland Weekly with his massive collection of things. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Like so many industrials, like how many? You know, I can't fit all those. I'm not gonna ever try to fit all those radios in my room. No way. No way in heck am I gonna ever try to mimic a setup like that. Heck no. Hell no. I am not gonna try to mimic a setup like that. And this was Pittsburgh. I see. The next time I was able to pick up the Pittsburgh Weekly off of Parker. It's Cleveland's test. This was from July 9th. And then this is everything from today. And that is about it. So that is everything. Alright. So the main station is what we're going to deal with next here. But first, let's take care of 2 more weeklies that have actually 3 more that have just showed up. First, let's deal with the secondary for KTRS. Let's deal with that first. Okay. And then we'll go to the local and deal with this one. I heard a bunch of crackling at the start. HVerse relay. Huh. So that's a new filter. Alright. And then KROE. Oh gosh. We're gonna do the... Now, how did we do this the last time? Did we do like all of them at once? Or did we just do them like one bit at a time? You know what? I think it's better if we just do the main one because all of them are basically the same, so.
You can't eliminate.
Bad guys know that you're absentee. You're not absentee. You're not on the job. You're sleeping.
Oh, it's done. The Deal or No Deal episode completed. Okay. So then add that. And then KROE at the end. Okay. Let's make sure that that is the latest product out of all of them. And yes, indeed, on John's end,
What about KLT? Basically the same thing. So, yep, we're good on that. Are we good on this? Yes, we are. Spectrum, Fox, Comcast. Yep, we're good. I've checked my main. I've checked my secondary. We're all good. Okay. And we are good. We're good with all of that. Now, let's set up the weeklies for tonight. Let's get everything ready to go. So we're going to add the Thursday stuff in there, but I'm also going to add something else to this document. That is all of the weeklies that did not happen today, either because of the threat of severe weather in each of their respective areas, or because there were technical problems. But we need to take a few more things off. We need to take off a few more things. PCB. And HPR. Okay. All right, then we'll just need to reboot the station when the time comes. So that's for the main. Now let's connect back to the secondary, because we need to make some more changes. There we go. Okay. So we need to remove. What do we need to take off? KTRS. Let's see. 8046. Oh, here. This one. I gotta remember which keyboard goes to which machine. That's where the scan goes. And then KTRS right here. Copy that. Here, save the document. And should be correctly updated. Okay, there we go. Now let's restart the secondary to process the changes. I'm keeping KEZK in there in case there's an automated test. Simple. Okay, we're good on the secondary. Now let's connect over to the primary system. And that is about it in terms of station setup. So that's about it then for station setup. All right. So with the Deal or No Deal episode now rendered, I'm going to go ahead and get this moved over to a couple of locations. First thing I'm going to do is share it over to my other system, which is where I usually store all my things. Good thing I found out about, the ability to do nearby sharing with, it doesn't matter which edition of Windows it is, as long as it's on the same network. So that's why, therefore, I can share between Windows 11 and Windows 10, and in this instance, I can share between Windows 11 Home and Windows 11 Pro, because they're both pretty much the same thing, but both editions serve different purposes. Alright, so we'll let the file share on over, and I'll, of course, have the monitor on so I can check its progress. Alright, so now that we've gone through everything that we needed to go through tonight, actually I think that file is going to take a long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and abort it. Wonder if clearing the notification aborts the share. Yeah, it looks like it aborted. Does it abort the share, or is it still going? It says sharing was canceled. Okay, so yeah, that notification does have to stay in order for the share to go on. So I'll go ahead and plug in my USB. No thanks, I don't want you scanning my drives. I see Bitdefender finally realizes how annoying it is to force scan USB drives, so I'm glad Bitdefender is finally realizing after a while. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and utilize the Big John folder here. Just copy it there. And once that's done, we'll move it over to the specialized reruns folder that I have stored for my stuff. I'll go and toss this video because I do not need it. But that was perfect timing for the Lumbine to start a call because, I had just came back from from the conclusion of match game and everything. Alright, so now that we are done with that, let's go ahead and continue on with our scavenger hunt of micro PCs on eBay. Here's a Dell 7010 and some other Dell Optiplex machines. Here's an old 7080 from the Windows 7 era. And this, it's actually a Dell Precision, small form factor, 3470, which I can definitely tell does not meet 11's requirements. And then here's actually a couple of listings. This one says overheating. Not sure why that is, but it looks like there's like multiple copies of them. So it looks like most of them end at like different times. So here's another Optiplex. This just says Optiplex. There's no like label, like is that a number? But this is the larger desktop tower. And judging by the Intel sticker that says inside, so it is not compatible with 11. That's a 6th generation. And here's the lot of 3 Dell Optiplex micros. And I can see that's the old. That is the first iteration of the Windows 10 sticker that was used. And I'm sure that sticker was also used with Windows 8. And I'm just going to say Windows 8 because now I believe the one I had, the Windows sticker that I have, is actually really one of the later iterations, which is the Windows logo in purple, and then the Windows 10 logo in some sort of other color. Let's take a look just to be sure. Yep, that's what it says on the top of it. It's the Windows 10. It's the Windows 10 logo. But it just says Windows. It doesn't say Windows Pro or anything like that. But of course they'll say Windows 10 because that's what they came with. So let's see what else we got. There's a 7040 with a 6th generation i7. You can see there's all the ports on it. There's the back of it. And here's what it looks like. And to further prove it, vPro inside. Yep, it's not compatible. And then there's a bunch of other ones. This Optiplex 1080 just went up today. You can see 10th generation. It is compatible with 11, because that's what it says right there. Windows 11. And we can look at the back here, and there we go. We can see all the ports on it. I see the HDMI connector on it is a bit loose. There's where you put the Wi-Fi antenna. Here's a 7080 micro with a pretty stretched picture. Core i5 10th Gen 11 Pro. And then here's what the inside of it looks like. You can see that there is the NVMe drive. Or is that the Wi-Fi card? But whatever. There's the NVMe drive, the optional SATA drive, and yep, we can choose between 32 and 64, and we can choose 2 terabytes, and we can do so storage 1 meaning the OS drive, and then we could sort of, so this is what it would cost if I'd mimicked the drive layout of my PC. Well, if I had, bought it with my own money instead. Because I pretty much have the same specs. Basically, I got it all for free. And we're going to move this to the new program showcase. Because that's where we're going to... Because, of course, that's where we're going to air up all our stuff. Wait for the drive to stop blinking. Alright, that's done. And then I'll go ahead and move the final files over to the other folder. There we go, move that there. Alright, and then here's a slideshow. But of course they provide information on that you need to ensure that the manufacturer supports the kind of RAM configuration that you've got. Here's another Dell PC. This is a there's all your choices there. You can see that's all your choices. And then here's where you put in your optional ports. And then here's this is a DisplayPort to VGA adapter. And this is USB to VGA. No, this is DisplayPort to VGA adapter. Now, you know what? That actually could work. A DisplayPort to VGA adapter. That actually might work. A DisplayPort to VGA. That actually could work, but the problem is that's a CRT. So I would have to go into the back of the monitor. I have to pull that very blocky thing out. I could go forward with my original plan and plug this PC into the okay. All right, so we're caught up with that. Let's move on. So next here is, this is not related to Dell in any way, but it's interesting that this is here. This is an HP PC. It says it's Windows 11, but I know it's certainly not compatible. Here's a 7050 micro with only a 6th gen Intel CPU, and there's your confirmation right there. So yeah, here's a 3050 micro with only a 7th gen, but it seems like they tried to put Windows 11 on that machine even though it's not compatible. Here's an old 7040 that has no hard drive and no operating system. There's a 7070 with the 9th gen chip, and of course it supports Windows 11. Here's a 7050 with the 7th gen Intel. All those ports you get at the back, my gosh. HDMI, 2 DisplayPort, VGA, PS2. Yeah, PS2. This could make for a good replacement, but unfortunately it doesn't meet Windows 11's requirements, and that kind of technology is ancient nowadays. Here's a 12th gen Optiplex 3000. Now I can make this Nana's new PC. You know, if she wants a PC. Now that would be really good. Here's a 3090 micro. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. And it says it only comes with the machine. I suppose it doesn't come with the power adapter. It doesn't say anything. So it only it only comes with the device. No power cable, no keyboard or mouse. It does not include anything else. So it's just the device. No power cords. You have to provide your own. There's a 7080 10th gen micro. And yes, this is the Windows sticker I'm talking about right there. That's the Windows sticker I was just describing. This 3070 micro tower just went up. This is a 9th gen chip. Yep, that's what the processor says, but let's look carefully. Yep, 9th generation. It is compatible with Windows 11. And of course we can look further. That's where the NVMe drive would go. There's no RAM or hard drive, but this is where you put the RAM. There's where you put the NVMe. This is for the smaller this is for the smaller SSD, and then this is for the larger one. Then here's the back of it with all your ports. There's the Windows sticker there at the back. And then there's all that other stuff. Here's a Optiplex 3000 desktop. And there's its power cable. And then all of its stuff. And then here's a pair of 5060 micros. These ones have VGA. So this says no CPU, RAM, SSD, or OS. But this says for parts are not working. Well, as the listing says, while these devices do power on and post to the BIOS, there is no processor, there is no RAM, and there is no hard drive. So those parts you would need to provide those parts yourself if you have spares. And here's a 3060 small form factor, like the one I've got. This one's 512 gigabytes, 16 gigs of RAM. It's got 11 Pro on it. There's a 5040 that still has Windows 10 on it. And with the Core i5 Inside sticker, it is not compatible with Windows 11. And then there is the optional wireless module that you can install. Here's another 5070. This one shows everything as it is, but this one does not have a power adapter. This one does not come with a power adapter. You'd have to provide the power adapter yourself. This has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and look, it has a VGA cable. Now, I think... now, aren't those little things supposed to poke out? I think that's what this... I think that's what this little thing on it is for. I think it's supposed to poke out. I think it's supposed to poke out. It's supposed to poke out. So, well, I'll have to look at some videos of it. And here's a very old 990 with Windows 7, second generation i7. Of course, there's no hard drive inside of it. There's that same Dell Optiplex. I see some bids already on this one. Here's some 6th generation micros. This one's a Core i3, so you're not going to get the best specs. Here's a micro 3050 that has only a 7th generation, so it's not compatible with 11. There's a 3070, 9th generation. But yeah, the listing's kind of wrong. This is a 3070, not a 60. This is an Intel i3 9th generation, not an 8th generation. And there's a bunch of other ones. Here's a 7080 with a 10th generation processor, so it is capable of Windows 11. And this one has 32 gigabytes of RAM up to 1 terabyte. This is a 3070 micro, essentially the same micro as the one I have, which is 3060. Here's a 7070 with a 9th generation Intel chip. And then here it is running Windows 11 Pro. Those are the specs. And you can see it has install date of August 22nd of 2025, and we can see that this is the latest. So this just went up. And I can tell because this is not only the latest version of Windows 11, and that the install date was last Friday,
but this is also the latest security revision, the latest stable security revision of the OS from Microsoft. But yesterday, you can see there's the 256 gigabyte NVMe drive. This was the pre-boot system assessment, you know, making sure that all the tests had passed on the device. As best as they tested the device. Here's an older Optiplex Micro, which I don't think I've ever seen before. I've never seen these older micro PCs before. But when I was talking about talking about my experiences with those pictures of those micro PCs at my high school, I mentioned that they were Dell Optiplex Micros like the one I have. In fact, I don't know if they were the exact model, but I believe they were a very similar configuration. I was not really, further tech savvy because, of course, I didn't really start a part-time job until high school, until after I finished, graduated high school. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it off. But if I get warm again, then I will turn it back on if I need to. Let's get our car fixed here. All right. Now, before we continue with the scavenger hunt of eBay, here are the final postponed weeklies for this week. So here is the final list. So Shreveport, we did not hear from Shreveport today, probably because of technical difficulties. Memphis was probably the same story, although I never heard an official acknowledgement. Wichita, most likely the same story. Blacksburg was the same story, but there were only 2 offices that most likely postponed because of the severe weather. That is Salt Lake City. I did see confirmation from North Utah in my general on Salt Lake City. Yep. I did not see it until, I guess I might not have seen it until well after we were through. So Salt Lake City did postpone their test. I'm assuming Reno did the same. Flagstaff did the same because I did not see them go. Or is it because of the issues with my monitor logger software? I don't know. But nevertheless. And then Topeka never did their test this afternoon nor this evening. So that means we must hear from them at some point tomorrow. Most likely in the afternoon. So if we don't hear from them in the afternoon, of course, remember, they'll do a second one in the evening. So at least they have a chance. But at least the good thing is Des Moines got their evening test in, which is good. They must have had some problems with the morning test, I'd say. Alright, with that business out of the way, let's continue looking at these. Yeah, you can see this micro here pretty much nearly matches the one I've got. You can see it has the one HDMI port, it has the one display port, the 2 USB 3 and USB 2 ports, and then of course the Ethernet, the Wi-Fi antenna slot, but it is not visible in the picture, but there is a Wi-Fi antenna slot, to give it wireless capabilities. In fact, the modern day micros actually have Wi-Fi already built into them. They don't need that silly little antenna thing, which is actually quite nice. They don't need that silly, crazy antenna thing, which I think that's a really good move by Dell. That they're implementing Wi-Fi technology into many of their modern day systems. Because it's a good thing they're doing that, because Windows 11 pretty much requires an internet connection, to go through the whole setup.
essentially because they're forcing everybody to use a Microsoft, pretty much making everyone use a Microsoft account, which is kind of silly. Now, with this being the second networking class I have tomorrow night, the setup process of that, I'm pretty much going to go through the setup procedure of that very same virtual machine that I went through during day one of that OS Fundamentals class. In fact, I actually already set that virtual machine up on my own. So I don't know if he's going to make me set it up again, but if so, I'll just, see if there's anything different between the two and whatnot. But yeah, I'll just look and see if there's any, visual differences, between the very few. But it's all right. So here's a 7060 micro with an 8th generation chip. This one does not have a hard drive. You can see there's the RAM slots there. Here's the optional SATA hard drive. There's where the NVMe SSD would go. Here's an older small form factor Optiplex. This is the 760. This one says this was, let's see, I don't see, but I think this is where a Windows Vista sticker would have gone. So this one was downgraded to XP from Vista, which obviously is not a good thing to do. In fact, it's not even good. It's not even safe to even use these older operating systems on the internet, because they have not received security updates in many years, because XP has been without security updates for, good God, 11 years now. So yeah, it's been over a decade, and XP has not received any more updates after that, because Microsoft usually supports an OS, a release of Windows after only a certain amount of time. I think it's usually about a decade that they support a Windows operating system, and then after 10 years, the tech world kind of considers it ancient, and then encourages everybody to move on to a newer Windows release. So, with this whole Windows 11 thing, this is sort of a familiar, pretty much more identical story. But yeah, this is where a SATA SSD would be, but I'm going to throw an NVMe SSD into my small form factor. Here's a 3050 micro with only the 7th generation. I see somebody decided to put Windows 11 on it, even though the processor does not meet the minimum requirements. And we can see this PC, this micro, has absolutely no components. No heatsink, no caddy, no CPU, no RAM, no SSD, and of course no operating system. Here's a 7050. It's only a 6th generation though. And then this is a 8 GB of RAM Pro PC. It does not meet the requirements, of course, for 11. And we can continue. And of course we can continue down the board. Oh, they took that Pepsi locomotive and put it on the Lakeshore Limited instead. Okay, well, that was good to see it, on the Chief number 4 coming out of Chicago. Anyway, we're running out of time here, so we'll take a look at some final Dell PCs, and then that will be the end of it. So this is a Precision 3431. Now this one is an absolute powerhouse. 32 gigabytes. You can go up to 1 terabyte, and you can choose whether you want Windows 11 Home or Pro, It doesn't say what the CPU is, but assuming from the new Dell logo on there, I assume it is compatible with 11. Here's a 7060 with only an Intel i3. And then this one is a 6th Gen i5. This one's a 7th. Here's a Optiplex 5050 Mini. You can see it says there is no hard drive and of course no operating system, but it does turn on, which is of course good. Alright, so now to conclude this exhibition, let's see about Dell Pro. Let's look and see if any new Dell Pro Micro Pluses have come up. So here's a 7010 Micro Plus that is still in its original box. And here's the new Dell Pro Micro Plus that is open box. You can see it's brand new. You can see there's all the new USB ports on it and the very reduced Dell logo. Here's a lot of 6 of these. See, there's the top of it. Here's the back. You can see no traces of... Oh wow, they got rid of HDMI. So you can see it's all DisplayPort. There's like no traces of HDMI cables anywhere inside of on the back of the computer. So there's like no traces of HDMI at all on the back of the machine, which is pretty disappointing because HDMI is pretty much the standard now for these machines. Here's another Dell Pro Micro Plus that's still sealed from the factory. And you can see there's all the specs here. You can see it doesn't include anything else. See Ultra 7, 16 gigabytes of memory, 512 gigabytes of storage, and then Windows 11 Pro. So there's what it comes with. And there's 7010 Micro that's used. See, this is as powerful as the one I've got. 256 gigabytes of memory and 256 gigs of solid state storage. Here is another one. Here's another 7010. Now I'm not going to reboot my station just yet because I want to see if WPSU is going to test tonight. Here's another Dell Micro Plus that's still in its original packaging, and then a bunch of these are in there. Some of them are still in their original boxes and others are open box. So there's a 7020 Plus. Here's another 7020. This is not a Plus Micro. Looks like that's looks like this is a custom. So this specific computer actually looks to be a custom branded one. Looks to be a custom branded machine. It's actually interesting that they actually custom branded the machine. And then in this picture here you can see all the accessories that are going to come with it. So let's see, the mouse, and that actually is this is an OEM. That's an OEM DVD of Windows 11 Pro 23H2. and that is, I think it's reusing an original box, but not sure. Here's another Dell Pro Micro. This is an Ultra 5 with vPro technology. And this one is actually going for, this one's actually, wow, that's a lot of them, for like $1,000. My God. They could have gotten these. They could have just gotten these Pro Micro Pluses instead. They could have just gotten those brand new. But oh well, it was their choice. So here's another Micro Optiplex. You can see Intel i7 processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage, and of course Windows 11 Pro already installed. And then here's another Dell Pro. This will be the last one we look at here, and then that's the Dell logo. And it says direct from Dell, so this is coming directly from their website. So, and finally, here's this 7010 that has all of its branding and everything. So, see, no trace of a VGA cable anywhere. No trace of it. What a shame. So, yeah, no trace of that at all. Right, so I'm guessing that extra connector thing, I'm guessing that extra connector thing pops out. Yeah, I'm guessing it pops out, but I have yet to try, but I don't know if I want to try it or not. Anyway, well, Tom and Ben, thank you both for being great members of our show here tonight. We enjoyed your company, and we'll be back with you again in a future show. Okay? So, we'll say goodnight to them. And I'll get the rest of the Verizons going for tonight. But later when we get to the real Alright. We're about to find out. Will WPSU test? Let's see.
This is WPSU State College, WPSXK, outreach service of Penn State.
Okay, they did not do it. Okay, so I'll go ahead then and change out the loggers. Now, before I do that, I want to see if WCNO actually works because I haven't seen them work in recent weeks. Yep, it does not even work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take WCNO out. Okay, and I'll go ahead and reboot this. Okay. Alright, and that's it. I won't need to make any more changes. Those changes will just be left as they are. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extend the compilation until 12:10 a.m. And then afterward I'll put the finishing touches on and end the video. Alright, let's run through everything and just make sure that everything is placed in the correct spots where they need to go, and that we did all the trimming that we needed to do. And yeah, but I think we are otherwise set. So we're set to go. All right. So with that, that is going to officially conclude this week's weekly test show. Yeah, I'm still kind of a bit warm, so I'm gonna keep the fan running for just a little bit longer. I'm still gonna need a lot of time in recovery after cutting the grass today, which clearly was not part of our plan. Was not part of the plan at all. And I do apologize if that cut off a lot of our time dramatically, but we were able to make use of the remainder of that time. You know, talking about some other things, but that's all right. So before we go, let me reiterate. Let's reiterate what is coming next in terms of live programs. So we could be starting Backyard Baseball late again tomorrow night. We could start late again, but it'll all depend on when I get taken to be sent home, when my class lecture concludes, and everything like that. So that is the plan. So we're gonna see how it goes. We'll see how it goes tomorrow with tomorrow night's class. But with me leaving out at the usual time, we'll air the new program showcase in the runtime that I allocated for. So tomorrow I'll get back to taping episodes, and then I'll work on the discussion question for the Tuesday evening lecture, and then I will of course do the tapings of the shows. If I remember to, I'll take note of the additions that I'd like to make to the contestant pool for the show. And I'll continue on taping episodes for the network. I'll actually instead record episodes up till 2026. I'm actually going to go that far instead. Not do 200, or you know what? Yeah, let's do 200 episodes. Because, or maybe a few of them, I might just do the intro, but I'll just record 200 more, and then sort of make the process faster when we get to creating the intros for the following year. But that's going to be a long ways away. But anyway, so I'll be taping more shows tomorrow before my evening class. And then whenever I get back from my evening class, just like last week, we'll start our Backyard Baseball game immediately. When I get home, we'll start the Backyard Baseball game. But then I was told that tomorrow night, the Price is Right Showcase Beatdown will not be taking place. It'll instead be happening next week. But that's alright. I mean, everybody on MVG Productions, has like so many plans, so many things going on, and things like that. They just can't find time to. They just can't find time to, join, to even do an NVG show. Kind of like how Yalaka Lunbine, was busy, and he has to, get ready for work the next day, and that he can't find time to talk with us. It's like that, essentially. So tomorrow we'll just run the Backyard Baseball game as soon as I get back from my evening class, and that's it. That's really all we'll do. Then Friday, of course, will be the longest taping session of all. And then, of course, in preparation for the Friday Fun Night Show at 7 p.m. that night. And this week, we should have the Cincinnati Reds post-game fireworks. So that is going to be a nice addition to the lineup. And at a perfect time, too, because we are actually nearing the end of the season. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the annual Riverfest fireworks show is going to be taking place this weekend. So I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a good look and see. I'll have to take a really good look and see. I'll have to take a look and see, and see if I have any dates on that.
But then, of course, I'll tell you all about it on Friday when I know more. And then Saturday, I told you about the little concert we'll be going to. Hopefully we'll have better luck this time. So, just like we did the last time, we're going to do this the same way. We're going to do the county request in the Street View video. If we have enough time, we'll do the Game of Life. Otherwise, we'll do that on Sunday. We'll do that on a Sunday. So, we'll start with Wait, Don't Tell Me, then I'll take my lunch break, then we'll do Game of Life, we'll do Play 18, and we'll do both Way Sorry and Way Sorry Strategy. But we'll play the 2 arcade games in Roblox, and then we'll fill in some other games. We'll have some other games to fill in the remaining time. Up until K's test, my popcorn break that night, and then Ticket to Ride to conclude the whole thing. Monday we'll be back again with Minecraft, Tuesday will be nothing, and then Wednesday we do the weeklies again. So basically the whole process repeats. Saturday after that, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens the Saturday. We'll see what goes on the Saturday after. Oh, the Saturday after will be the 6th. But we do know our plans for the 13th. But we'll see what's planned for Saturday the 6th, and we'll work things out from there. So I guess with that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all so much for joining us here today for another exciting edition of the weekly test fiasco, or extravaganza, whatever you want to call it. But of course, furthermore, I want to thank all of our special guests for taking some time out of their day and joining us here today for all of the action. We greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank all of you for watching us here today. And there's VHO14. Oh my gosh. Wow, I did not expect that. And I'm going to take care of Spectrum too while we're at it. Yeah, go take care of Spectrum while we're at it too.
County, Lawrence County, Lee County, South Carolina, and Marion County, South Carolina, beginning at 1:06 a.m. on August 28, 2025, and at 1:21 a.m. This has to be the emergency alert system. This is a
And I see Cox wants to do it now. But like I said, these will be the final additions to this compilation. As then, right after these, I am going to end the compilation there and then, sort of head off to bed. Oh, that's right. I can't have to do this in live. Dang it. Okay. All right. Well, now that VHO14 decided to test right before we signed off, let's go ahead and I guess we can actually go and sign off. Oh, another Spectrum, really? Okay. All right. Change of plans then. I guess I'll just do it all on here then. So. Alright, so again, thank you to all of our special guests and everyone who joined us here today. We thank you very much for your participation. Of course, we greatly appreciate your time here with us today. And we will be back with you tomorrow night for Backyard Baseball, whenever we get to that. So, until then, from all of us here at Playing Field TV, we bid you all